Hello and welcome to the Chewcast. This is Arto and welcome to our WCL, USL. We are currently basically we just finished the draft for USL, Jolt's Volts League, and it's a reboot. So I messaged Joltz when he said he would be doing a reboot and said, if you pick me, I'm going to have fun with this league. Meaning, I will draft some fun things. And I definitely think we did draft a bunch of funny things. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Our first pick was, if that would get out of the way, Dragonite. Now, I've used Dragonite multiple times before. But I know Dragonite. I love Dragonite. It's a very good offensive Pokemon. It can be defensive as multi-scale. Originally, I wanted Garchomp, but Dragonite fits just as well. Has base 80 speed, so after a Dragon Dance, it's outspitting most things on anyone's team. It has access to Z moves, so Z EQ, Z Fly, Z Fire Punch, Z Thunder Punch. The possibilities are endless with this. And it doesn't even have to run Dragon Dance. It can run Weakness Fallacy, Banded, etc. It can even run Special. So, I definitely think Dragonite will be a very interesting mon, and I will definitely enjoy using it. Again. Next up, I wanted to get my Fairy type in round 2, and I wanted Bulu. Bulu-Bow. Bulu-Bow. So, Tabu Bulu is a very, as you can say, quote-unquote, annoying mon. Swords Dance, Scarf, base 75, Grassy Surge is really nice. Pretty defensive. Woodhammer, it gets pretty good coverage, doesn't get play rough though, so that's kind of sad, but overall, I definitely think Tabu Bulu will be a good mon to add to the team. And currently, we have a pretty big ice weakness, and I want to patch that up later in the draft. But currently, I think Dragonite and Bulu work pretty well, taking care of the others' weaknesses. Dragonite can take care of Steel and Poison types for Tabu Bulu, and Bulu can take care of like bulky waters that Dragonite can't really handle. So our third mon, I originally wanted Skarmory. That was sniped by Antoine. It's fine. I got Scizor, and Scizor is really, it's really, these first 3 mons are going to be very hell to prep for one reason. They're all 4 times weak to something, but Dragonite's 4 times weak to ice. Scizor handles that. Bulu's 4 times weak to poison. Scizor handles that. Scizor's 4 times weak to fire. Dragonite can handle that pretty well. So, each week, it confuses someone because they're like, am I running HP Ice, HP Poison, or HP Fire? And if they have one of those, if they have Ice Beam, or like Sludge Wave or something, they still have to run an HP and Power move. I have 3 mons that are 4 times weak to something. So, I definitely think this could mess people up with prep. As I can see, oh, if they have HP Fire, or, bad example, if they have HP Poison for Bulu, then Scizor or Dragonite can easily beat that mon down. So, that's why I wanted this mon over, so, in the end, Skarm getting sniped was actually a good thing for me, because then I got Scizor, which really helps with my team. Next up, I wanted my fast electric type. I chose Raikou. Now, we got Sangha, the Roaring Thunder. The reason I wanted Raikou is because it has a good speed tier in 115. Makes it so mons of about 120 have to run Timid and or Jolly to outspeed this, which is very helpful. And most of the stuff like this, it's just Raikou helps with my speed tiers. It gives me a good special attacker, which I did not have before, and stuff like that. It might not have the best move pool, but it definitely helps. Raikou Bulu is going to be nasty because Bulu with its grassy terrain, Raikou is going to be able to not care about like Earthquake. So mostly stuff like that. And Raikou definitely has an interesting move pool. I can run physical, I can run any like Raikou has a good interesting move pool that I could use. So that's gonna be Raikou. Next up is the incorrect mon. We got Frosty, the Ninetales Alola. Now the reason I wanted Alola the Ninetales is because I've never used it, and literally it's there for Aurora Veil. Now, Aurora Veil with my team is going to be absolutely disgusting. Because imagine Scizor or Bulu behind an Aurora Veil setting up in your face, or Dragonite setting up in your face. It's going to be very, very scary seeing a Mon like Dragonite setting up in your face or behind Aurora Veil. So that's why I got this, is because it's very helpful to my team's overall threat level. Because after one of my threats is behind an Aurora Veil and it's starting to set up in your face, threat level has gone through the roof. So that's the reason, most reason I got Ninetales, and offensive ice types are always very good in the format. It gets stuff like Nasty Plot, even gets Ice Shard if I want it. So yeah, and it gets Freeze Dry too. So beware water types. Next up we have Athena, the Espeon. Another one of my hazard removal or control, because it gets Magic Bounce, which is very helpful. Espeon is an interesting Pokemon. It's another special attacker. So I have 3 physical attackers, 3 special attackers. And what Espeon provides me is a bunch. It gives me somewhat wish support. It gives me Calm Mind, Baton Pass shenanigans. It gives me a bunch of things that I can do with this thing. I can Baton Pass a Calm Mind into like a Specs Raikou or something. And just stuff like that. I could Baton Pass a Workup into Scarf Scizor. It also gets Trick Room, and you'll see later in the draft, Trick Room is obviously very good for my team, and there's a reason behind that. So I definitely think Espeon is a good pick, in my opinion. So that is the wrong thing. Your mouth. So yeah, I definitely think Espeon is a good pickup by me because it's a good support mon overall, and I haven't used Espeon before, and I'm hoping it's as good as I think. So moving on, I will move on to our next pick, which was Jellicent. I wanted Jellicent. I wanted Antween. The reason I wanted Jellicent because it provides me a bulky wall to pair it with Tapu Bulu. So this definitely helps me a lot. I believe this gets Trick Room. Its overall can be very defensive, but also be pretty offensive. It gets the move pool for it. It gets a pretty good move pool. Will-O-Wisp. Giga Drain for opposing water types. Dazzling Gleam for dragons. Hex for if I burn something. Sludge Wave for fairies. Stuff like that. I can run a Trick Room Water Spout set. And that could honestly put in a lot of work. And I definitely am going to like using Jellicent. Because Jellicent? People will think, Oh, he's bringing defensive gelatin every time. But I could bring other things. I could bring like offensive trick room gelatin, which could honestly prove to be a problem to some teams. So next up we have Jack Black, the Pangoro. Now this is one of my mons that appreciates trick room because its speed stat is very low, but it gets 3 good abilities and it has a good move pool. Now in Trick Room, this thing is going to be an absolute hell to beat. I can set up Trick Room with Jellicent and Espeon, and then bring this in, set up a Swords Dance, and sweep their entire team. And then it's just GG. This thing gets Bullet Punch for priority, it gets set up, it gets Parting Shot, etc., etc. It's so good. And I'm going to be so hyped to use this thing because it has such a good move pool and it has decent stats and it will very much appreciate Trick Room. I think that's enough of praising Pangoro though. Next up we have God number 1. We have Alienware the Bohemian. Now, no one ever drafts this thing. And I'm about to show them all up how Bohemian is a lord. This thing gets Trick Room, which is very helpful for me, and it gets everything it needs. It gets Dark Pulse for opposing Psychic types and using Ghost types, Energy Ball for bulky waters, Stab, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, Thunderbolt. Crazy. Even gets Nasty Plot. And even, I mean, there's other techs with it. You get, Heal Block. You get Powers. I'm pretty sure it gets Skill Swap as well. No, it doesn't. It gets Roleplay. Cosmic Power. Stuff like this could really make Bohemian a really nice Pokemon to use. Because it's a good special attacker under Trick Room, which will make it super scary, and it gets the move pool to make it a threat under Trick Room. Second to last one, we have one in that number. I believe that is 8,589,934,592. Which is the approximate chance of getting, I believe, the same 2 Spindas that are shiny. 2 Spindas with the same pattern. Same pattern, shiny. That is the chance. But the reason I got Spinda is hazard removal. Trick Room user. It sets up Trick Room. Contrary superpower? Pretty neat. It gets a good move pool, to be honest. Drain Punch, Fire Punch, gets Fake Out. Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Superpower, Wild Charge, Zen Headbutt. This thing could honestly be a threat under Trick Room. It has a shitty speed stat, but under Trick Room, double superpowers? Boy, that thing's going to be a threat. Gets Baton Pass too. I can Baton Pass super attack and defense boost into my Mega or something, which could definitely be a huge problem to other teams. Like I said, it gets Rapid Spin, it gets Trick Room, which you cannot see down here, and stuff like this. Spinda is a pretty decent support mon. And last but not least, our Mega, we have its Regulator, the Mega Camerupt. The reason I named this Mega Camerupt, its Regulator, is because the Regulator was the one who inspired me to draft Mega Camerupt. I was like, what Mega do I want to try out that could be fun? And I was watching Regulator and he just had Mega Rupt. I was just like, yes! Mega Camerupt. And remember how I said all that about Trick Room? I have 4 Trick Room setters for Mega Camerupt. Now, Mega Camerupt under Trick Room, what are your switch-ins? Like, really, what are your switch-ins to Mega Camerupt under Trick Room? It may be only 3 turns or so, but in that time, Camerupt's getting 3 kills. Base 145 special attack stat, base 120 attack stat with sheer force, base 100 defense, base 105 is for death. Busted. And Jellicent Mega Camerupt pair so well together. Jellicent doesn't give a fuck about your water types. Camerupt is killing all your grass types. And doesn't give a shit about your electric types either. You're running HP water? I'm living all that. And then I'm killing you with an earth power. And that's another mon where you'll have to run a hidden power for it. So I have Dragonite, which you need HP Ice or Ice Beam for. I have Tapu Bulu, which you need poison coverage for. I have Scizor, which you need fire coverage for. I have Ninetales, which you need steel coverage for. I have Pangoro, which you need fairy coverage for. There's no hidden power fairy. And then I have Mega Camerupt, which you need HP water coverage. That's 6 mons where you need a hidden power to basically deal a shit ton of damage to them. So my team is basically built around controlling my opponent's prep. They need to prepare for Dragonite sleeping. They need to prepare for Trick Room. They need to prepare for Scarf or any kind of Bulu. They need to prepare for SD Scizor. They need to prepare for Raikou. They need to prepare for Aurora Veil. They need to prepare for SD or Scarf Pangoro. It's all of these mons that make my team threatening and hard to prep for. So that's going to be my draft analysis. Tell me down below if you're rooting for the Jacksonville Jolteons in the USL. That will be all the time we have for this draft analysis. Comment, subscribe, really helps with the channel. Want to see more? No? Where to look. Bye-bye.